on Wednesday, I believe, or
Yeah.
Tuesday night.
Rest in peace.
Rest and wrestling peace. Like that day was already just a rough day on me in general
Mm-hmm.
because for everybody who knows, I used to be a professional wrestler. One of my best friends and someone who best friend, roommate, and the guy who me and him both broke into wrestling business together. He had passed away 4 years ago,
Mm.
and on that day, so it was already kind of a rough day for me. So, R.I.P. Rex Bacchus, and while I'm at it, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Alex Perry, because he had passed
R.I.P.
away the very next day. But like Jay Briscoe passing, I woke up to that, and I was just like, whoa, what?
Yeah. I was in disbelief.
Like,
Like honestly, I really thought like in that when I saw Jay Briscoe, it registered, but you was like, okay, hold on. Cause when I got the message, when I saw it, um, it just said Jay Briscoe passed. It didn't say anything about a car accident when I first got the notification on my phone. And so when I saw Jay Briscoe, I'm like, no, I hope they really mean like Gerald Briscoe passed in this league. I mean, not wishing death on anybody, but
yeah.
you thinking, hey, Gerald, he's been here for a long time, and now wrestling is about to take a big loss because they lost a legend, an icon, in the sense of, he was one of the innovators as far as making this thing huge. But then when I saw that, my heart broke. I mean, because honestly, like it affects you in one way because you're part of the wrestling community. You've been part of the wrestling community, and like you said, you lost someone 4 years ago. I know it affected Chris in a bad way because it was just that was one of his favorite tag teams of all time. Me, it's like, damn, that is a bad loss. And then to go in as I want to say selfish because I am a wrestling fan. I just got introduced to them.
Yeah.
Just got introduced to them. So I've seen some stuff in the past, but I really wanted to see what they could bring it in the next year. They just won the championship. So,
and they were having like last year, them versus FTR, just an amazing rivalry. Like the best tag team rivalry of 2022 was them.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best. It will be up there as far as tag teams as one of the more historic, legendary, iconic rivalries. Because FTR is quite simply top two right now. If they're not top two, they're number one. But they're top two. Briscoes is in the top five. I would probably give them number two. I mean, just because the Usos don't wrestle as much.
And then like they're more, with all due respect to the bloodline, they are definitely used as cannon fodder for Roman Reigns. And then the Young Bucks, they really haven't been doing too much tag team stuff. They've been focusing more on the trios title.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can definitely say that they are definitely within the top four.
Yeah. I mean, because you also got the Acclaimed right now. You got Street Profits. You got them. Like there's some great tag teams out now. And I was kind of hoping to get to see them make a run in other places, or even with them being Ring of Honor champions, like some of the people that they couldn't go against on Dynamite, they can tag in Ring of Honor. Yeah, I would want to see Briscoes versus the Young Bucks. I want to see.
They've wrestled multiple times in ROH.
I know, and I've missed it. That's what I'm saying. Like, as the person that missed all of it as it happened, it's like I will want to get to see that. I want to see them go against Top Flight. Like, there's a couple, the Acclaim. Like, these matches were probably going to happen. I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, and they just won the titles for Ring of Honor.
Yes. And one thing about the Briscoes is that they can match anybody's style. Like they can go with FTR. They can go the Young Bucks style. They could like just go a traditional tag team style. And they've been wrestling for 20 years, which it's even sadder because Mark Briscoe, his brother, his birthday was the day after the incident.
Wow.
And I believe Jay's birthday is sometime this coming week.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I know it affected me as a wrestler. I don't know, like with him having his kids in the car, I know it would have probably affected you and Chris just as dads.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it sucks because most of the time when you hear about a wrestler passing, it's because of different vices that they've been through or stuff that health conditions that they've been put through over the years.
Yeah.
Hearing that someone swerved into his lane and hit him head on, knowing it's probably because the young lady was on her cell phone, just
it could have been a lot of different things. I mean, one report was that they were assuming that alcohol could have been an issue. I mean, but honestly, it could have been something as simple as there's a fucking bee in there and she has a fear. So that, I mean, it can be anything. And RIP to that lady, because she didn't survive the accident either. So there's two families that are hurting in this situation. And it's just, I pray for the families. And there's not much you can say about it. I mean, wrestling took a big loss. Their family took a big loss. And I just pray that through all of this, there's some joy that comes out of remembrance. There's some sense of wholeness or comfort. Because, I mean, I just pray that there's some comfort that comes for that family in the future.
I definitely pray for his daughters.
Yeah.
Because they were, again, in the vehicle with him. They both needed and had surgery. So it's going to be a long recovery for them.
Yeah.
They do have a GoFundMe for the family. So definitely, if you're hearing this, seeing this, and you can, please, like, whatever you can do helps. It's been a tragedy. You've seen all over social media with wrestlers in the WWE, AEW, ROH, Japan, all over the world, indies is even like of people who are just showing how much they love the Briscoes. And a lot of people would be like, oh, a lot of people just do this because Jay passed, but they were doing this way before. Like, I know a lot of people who have wrestled with or just been in the locker room with them, and they've all said the same thing, that they were like some of the nicest people in the world, that they were just always willing to help out. It sucks though that AEW couldn't truly do a tribute show.
Yeah, Warner Brothers Discovery. I'm disappointed in y'all. That was definitely a petty, weak move.
And it's crazy because right after Dynamite went off, you want to know what they had on TV?
They had that slap fight battle shit with
And
Dana
guess
Carvey.
who is the host of it?
Yeah, Dana, the guy that be slapping his wife.
Yeah. So the fact that Time Warner, whatever Discovery decides, oh, we would rather have a woman beater on there than someone who had, yes, he had some not so great tweets to put out, but everybody has said, even some of the LGBTQ plus community, that he had changed.
Yeah,
He had
he
truly
apologized
changed.
for it.
Not, he, a wrestler by the name of Effie, like he said that when he first found out he had to wrestle with them, he was afraid. But then he was like, Jay was the nicest person in the world to him, and that he didn't care that what his sexual preference was, and that he just was just a cool person. So it was extremely petty. I was disappointed. I was annoyed. Just
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and shout out to the WWE when they
Mm-hmm.
got the words they put it over their airways. I mean they couldn't they could have said nothing. That was
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that if it wasn't expected, it would have been understood. I mean,
I feel like if Vince was truly like completely in charge, he
mm-hmm.
probably wouldn't have said anything. And that's why we must keep Triple H. We must protect Triple H.
Yeah,
We
we
do.
definitely have to protect Triple H because
But I know what they did do after Rampage was they did a ROH tribute show.
yeah,
Um, I believe they're going to be doing another one pretty soon, and then they're going to do like a super card of honor.
mm-hmm.
They're going to be, it's going to be heavily like tributed to Jay.
Yeah, and they taped it. They're getting
Mm-hmm.
ready, so that lets everybody know that they're getting ready for their streaming or
TV show.
yeah. I can't remember. I had read in an article, but I've been so freaking busy I didn't even get a chance to take notes. But yeah, they're getting prepared for that, and that is going to be on one of the episodes. So
Yeah,
we
they're gonna. I believe they said they're gonna have it on Ring of. I forget what the Honor Club. There we go.
mm-hmm.
And then they're gonna have it free on YouTube as well.
That's cool.
My only fear with not kind of leaving this thing is going back to just the ROH. If they do like they did on Wednesday, where they do an hour's worth of or 2 hours of Dynamite, an hour's worth of Rampage, and then an hour's worth of Ring of Honor. Boy, they can't have uh, AEW Dark. They can't because people are not going to want to stay there for 5 hours, five
Yeah,
plus hours.
yeah. If it's a great show, they probably would because we was there for quite a few hours before they started doing Rampage. When we was first there, they started early, and it was like a whole nother 2 hours that they was doing. So you could be there for 5 hours. Shit, when they did Rampage, they had a long ass running time, but it was awesome. They were putting on good shows then, so
Mm-hmm.
so you kind of like take that, but that's what Jeff Jarrett is for. He's gonna be pretty much supposed to be breaking all this down, getting more house shows. A lot of those house shows will probably have a lot of dark shows, so they don't have to do so much on Dynamite Wednesdays. And I believe, and they don't quote me on this, but they're getting to do more live Rampage tapings, more than normal. So that splits it up a little bit. That allows them, honestly, it allows them to also break ground to where, Wednesday we're here, but Friday is going to be on the other coast. Like Wednesday could be in Texas and Friday could be in New York. And then you have, and that, that would make it, because now Rampage will start to feel different.
Yeah. And I know Tony Khan probably doesn't care and won't listen to us because he has something with TBS. Please change the time. Please. Okay. Make it 7:00.
Yeah,
make it 7.
Do it before. I think when they was trying to do the what was it, New Year's Eve or Christmas Day, like whatever that Friday was, they tried to do it at an earlier time because
they did it like at 4.
4, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, what I would think, like I'm cool with it being on Fridays. I do think that it should be earlier. But if you really don't want to compete, here's what they should do. Saturday mornings have Rampage. And those Saturday mornings would be like the old WWE main events and stuff like that, the Super Saturday, man. And that would actually get you a greater ratings with the tweens, the teens, and stuff like that. Once they start to realize that this is happening on Saturday, it just brings it back just a little bit to the old school. That will keep. I mean, they would bring in they would bring in new fans because they're not staying up late to watch it. Parents would be like, yo, this is what's going on. Y'all can watch it in the living room or whatever. Or they could just live stream it on YouTube. Like to live stream.
Well, no, not a lot of people watch even Elevation or Dark on YouTube. So having it primarily on YouTube, I don't think they want to do.
Yeah.
But definitely I could see them doing like the Saturday morning thing or
no. I got it. The reason why is because it's like it's an afterthought. You're going to hear about who wins or who don't on what day. It's not something that is like important. It's not, oh, I got to see this. This is already pre-recorded. If they start doing lives, streaming it on Twitch, man, Saturday mornings, Saturday evenings, whatever time, but streaming it on Twitch, that's a whole different audience. And wrestling fans are on there.
You're right. And that's something else that they can do. But even when I'm at work and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna watch SmackDown, but as soon as SmackDown's over with, I switch to Rampage. I'm like, it's basically watching 3 hours of wrestling, and I can't even do that on Monday.
Yeah, it is. I think it is a lot of wrestling, but it is not. Yeah. I'm getting off that. Because I can go all day about what they could do. My mind will run. Other things that has happened in the news, we're going to get off of AEW and let's talk about the ongoing saga that is Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Oh God, he's off. Everybody knew that the moment he was coming back, that he was going to try to fully come back. Like Triple H has had meetings with the Raw and SmackDown crew and has told them, hey, Vince isn't going to come back. There aren't going to be any changes. Yada, 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 yada. Well, Stephanie leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Vince forces his way back in.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's back at the office. And from what I've heard, I believe from woke culture, was that he's been trying to input himself into like a little bit of creative.
Oh yeah, no. They say any decisions on. I think it was any decisions on the day to day. No, any decisions that Vince McMahon makes does not have to go through the board or even to like please shareholders or some stuff like that. Meaning that he can do whatever he wants, regardless of what shareholders say. So this is getting dangerous. Because now you got a guy who we know is vengeful. Like a lot of people be like, oh yeah, Vince forgives everybody. No, Vince humiliates people and then say welcome back. You don't get back in with by just getting back in. You gotta suck up to Vince because at any given moment he could drop your ass again. Ric Flair,
he forced two of his board members out. So
yeah, Ric Flair.
Way.
Ric Flair keeps coming back to the WWE and he keeps having Ric Flair just because of the simple fact that he owed him so much, that Rick owed him money. Like he had a $300,000 debt to Vince. So yeah, you're going when you're with him, he will have a hold on you in some way. And now he's on this revenge tour.
Like honestly, I said this last time. If Shawn Michaels leaves or gets fired, Triple H is not that far behind.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna say this, and I swear I might put it on a shirt. WWE, I mean not WWE, Triple H is good for wrestling. Vince is not. Vince is not. He might be great for the wrestling business as far as, all his ideas to make money for the business, but for wrestlers, for wrestling, no.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I'm not going to say no. He's lost a lot of respect from a lot of people, and no one really trusts him at his word, because he said that he's only there to facilitate the new the sale or the new TV deal.
Yep.
If they have to have 2 meetings saying that nothing has changed, and in a week after that happens, stuff changes.
Yep. It's bad business. And I honestly think that he's to facilitate the sale. I think that was his foot in the door. I don't think a sale gonna happen. And if it happens, it's going to be horrible. It's going to be, oh, Vince still has this. Vince can do this. Vince can do this. But honestly, I think that he came in to facilitate a sale and as the foot in the door, and he's doing all of this to make his product unbuyable because nobody will deal with him just based off of bad business. And there's actually some legalese, some legal jargon about doing bad business and how that can affect the company in the future. And if he's doing what he's doing just to get back in, and then he don't make the sale, but now he's here. So now he's just going to take over everything. He will still have complete control. So whatever happens is going to be a win-win for Vince, not for WWE, not for wrestling. It's just going to be a win-win for him. He sells it and finds a way to get control. He makes his company unbuyable, and he has complete control. And that's win-win for him.
So I was looking on Wrestling Inc. and they put on there that WWE has confirmed through Fightful Select that they're doing office cuts right now.
Really?
Yes.
I wonder if the creative team get cut.
I don't know if it'd be more creative, more than it's like maybe the accountants and all those people.
I know. I know what it sounds like, but if he's like, hey, Paul, we doing cutbacks. I'm sorry. Gotta go. Here's your severance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is horrible. That is horrible. And I hope that don't happen. I swear.
Because I already stepped away from watching WWE for at least 2-3 years. And I've just recently, like within the last year or so, came back. But boy, if stuff starts going down the drain, I am not afraid to just say deuces.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's any more news on it, but it doesn't look like it.
Yeah. I know he got a whole bunch of lawsuits happening.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think he settled.
Yeah. He did settle in one of them. And that was the what is the I can't remember her name, but she was
the referee. I want to say Rita.
Yeah,
But I'm possibly wrong, and it's not showing up.
Yeah, I know.
There we go. Yes, Rita Chatterton.
Okay. Yeah, he settled with her, but there's still
It's a multi-million settlement.
Mm-hmm.
So wasn't the first? It was up to like 10 million when everything first came to light.
Mm-hmm.
I like so much. Shouldn't be sitting in bed. So now it's up to damn near, I would say, 20 million. And this man is back in the office.
Yeah, like ain't nothing happening.
Yeah. It's like, come on, you have, I think I just found it.
And we're doing this on Friday.
Intent to
so, hold on, just real quick. For the people that's listening, first of all, like, comment, subscribe. But we are doing this on a Friday. SmackDown is happening. And Roman just left Sammy hanging.
Oh.
Yeah, it's happening. I know that you're not watching it, so he left him hanging.
Tea times. Well, getting off of Vince right now.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, next Monday, well, this Monday, is Raw's 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
Can't believe Raw has been out for 30 years. So I was, what am I now? 4. I was 4 when Raw first debuted.
Ooh, I was 8.
And they plan on having a lot of people on Raw this week, which if Raw was still 2 hours, this would be the Raw. All right, we can make it 3 hours because they'll have a lot of stuff to actually like keep people enthralled into the show, even though I feel like it's going to make good on like ratings and everything because there's no more football on Monday nights. But I think for the fact that WWE is always 3 hours, people are going to tune out.
I hope not, because I think that I'll say right now Paul has a grasp on the fans. And this is not, from the way that it sounds, it's not going to be showcasing old people just to be showcasing old people. Like, hey, we was part of the WWE. There may be some cameos like that, but it seems like everything is intentional. Mm-hmm. Like we're getting the whole family of the bloodline pretty much coming to Raw.
And some people think that Vince is going to be, or not Vince, Vince. The Rock is going to be on the show.
Yeah, I mean, and if he does, that will be the start of this thing of, hey, why are we celebrating you? I'm the real head of the family, and it can start this whole thing to WrestleMania if that happens.
Well, supposedly, and I don't know how true this is. The Rock has confirmed that he wouldn't be in ring shape for WrestleMania. So there's also that. But I mean, they can still do some type of tension between like The Rock and her family.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot they can do, but then they also have some WWE legends coming back. So we have, as of right now, X-Pac, Farouk, Road Dogg, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, who is also Chad Frost and Young Rock. Yeah, that was funny because after I watched Young Rock, I was like, who the hell is Chad Frost? I know every wrestler during that time. Who is Chad Frost? And then I was like, Undertaker, Teddy Long, Jerry Lawler. There we go.
The King.
Kurt Angle, and for some reason, the Bella Twins are considered legends.
They are, and I will say this as a fan that wasn't watching during that time. I heard about the Bella Twins. Like, so they're legendary. They transcended wrestling for a brief period of time. But yeah, I know most wrestling fans is like, I don't know why they're there, but
like, it's cool if you want to bring them back, but why consider them legends?
I would want to see Batista back. Just to see him.
I think they're advertising Hulk Hogan as well.
So okay. I'm not saying nothing about Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna keep it quiet.
They do have some really good matches set for it. Raw. They have Bayley versus Becky in a steel cage. They have the Judgment Day versus the Usos for the Raw Tag Team titles, which they're now kind of separating the Raw and SmackDown titles. They have Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley. Instead of Hurt Business coming back.
With the Street Profits being an added on addition. I know, yeah.
Did you see MVP? What he posted? He's like, oh, why don't we just go and get Kofi, Apollo, the female referee, and just have an all black establishment. I'm like, yeah,
that could work. That could work. Like, I know you're trying to be funny, but no,
give us what we want.
We would be
Just like
right.
I want Rio and Solo to fight.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I'm gonna need them to fight because Rhea's been fiending for a beatdown. I do not advertise any domestic violence of any choice, but it's professional wrestling.
Right.
So Rhea can get the Samoan spike. And that is not an
and in the window.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I would love to see that. Honestly, I would want Solo to get Rhea over. Like, I think that would be a notch on her belt. And if anybody would be deserving of it, it would be her.
Yeah.
Because right now, yes, that could be one of the matches once what is their names? Why can't I never remember their names? Because they changed like completely. Finn Balor's crew. They changed.
The Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. Yeah, they're not as dark now. And Dominic is the man right now. He is.
I hate that man so much.
Yeah. Oh, I think it was Dave Meltzer who said that he is. I won't say that. I won't put Dave Meltzer's name on it, but somebody said that Dominic could quite possibly be surpassing his father right now because he is obtaining some of the stuff that Ray couldn't do.
What, be a heel?
Yeah, be a heel.
No, because you wouldn't say that Ricky Steamboat was ever being surpassed because he was always a face his entire career.
Yeah, but no. Nobody would say that. But in the scheme of things, like, let's say do it like this. For the last few years, Dominic has been in the shadows of Ray.
True. He's stepping out of the shadows of his dad.
He is stepping out of the shadows of his dad. He is creating.
And stepping into the shadow of his other dad.
No, he's not. He could never be Eddie. But but the story, the character development, and he's really a character. Mm-hmm. And regardless of what Ray tries to do, Ray is Ray. He's been the same person pretty much his entire career, historic career. But Dominic went from being this dad. He went from being this gullible little kid to this delusional jerk of a man-child. And it's just it's a development that people just are tuned into. Like, Sammy's been running the shit for so long. Now Dominic is finding that spotlight. Like, he is sharing that spotlight with Sammy. And if he keeps this up for this year, he will have what Sammy had last year, the end of last year. And with that, with him being an actual character, acting as far as something that is out of his character and nobody would expect him to be, this is something that Ray couldn't get.
Well, I mean, for a time when Ray wasn't wearing the mask in WCW, him, Conan, and Kidman were the filthy animals. And they tried to be heels, but Ray just has that baby face that people just couldn't hate.
Hey, Ray is like I swear to you, in the most, what is the word? in the most
humblest of ways.
In the most humblest of ways. He is the poster child for the try hard. So everybody just looks at him like, you're not supposed to do it, but you can do it, kid. Like, he's that guy, right? And Dominic is not that at all right now. He started off as that. The development, the change, even with his heel turn, that whole growing of, I'll say it like this. This is what Sammy should have done as far as trying to figure out his heel. This is what Sammy should have done. And honestly, I'm not doing it because they're both Latino. But what I'm saying is that
Sammy's not Latino.
No, not Sami Zayn. Sammy Guevara.
Oh, got you.
All right. Sammy Guevara should have done something of this kind where he's a show off, right? Sammy's a show off, but Sammy is also obnoxious. But he tries not to be when he first started. And now he's just trying hard to be obnoxious. If he would have just filtered himself out and said, I think this would be cool on me, it would have worked, because nobody is just like Ray, just like Dominic. They're all pretty boys.
Mm-hmm.
So the shit like, shut your bitch ass up, just don't go over well.
Yeah.
But if he was the one that said, I'm this generation Eddie Guerrero. Matter of fact, Eddie Guerrero is his generation to me, that would have worked for Sammy Guevara.
And people still would have booed the hell out of him.
Yes. But it would have worked. And because his ring presence and the work that he does in the ring shows that he is honestly that good, it would have just enough. Just, oh, I can't stand him because he's so close to being right. Like, I can't stand him. And that would have worked. With Dominic, it worked because we know that he's not that skilled level. So it was just him being delusional.
Yeah.
Just like him doing hard time in the pen.
Oh my God.
Delusional.
Did you see the promo with him and the Usos?
I saw parts of it.
Where he told Jay, he's like, you wouldn't last being locked up. And in my head, like, I think everybody's head was just like, all right, now that's just funny. Because we all know everything that's happened with, I believe it is Jay, and his bouts with the law.
Yeah. So him saying it to him was, and they didn't even state it. And that was what I meant by when the Miz was like, you was only there for 24 hours. They didn't have to state it because it was just, that's funny. Like, we are all in the joke. So them doing it like that was just great storytelling. This shit is so amazing. And right now, Sami Zayn is trying to talk it out with Roman Reigns. So I think we're going to end this because this is about to get deep on SmackDown. And there's not anything really else. I mean, there's rumors of a release of CM Punk, but
there's rumors of that, and then there's also rumors that they're freezing them. I will say though, if you get the chance and you get the opportunity, please watch Bandito versus Bryan Danielson.
Yeah, I was so pissed I missed that.
Oh my God, that was such a good match. That whole Dynamite was actually pretty good. Also, I am hoping Anna Jay is okay.
What happened to Anna J's?
You should go and watch the highlights of Rampage.
I'm going to.
The spot that she took.
Listen. I know that you told me that, but when you said Willow and where her ass was, that is a lot of goodness that she would have had to. It was going to be one of them to fall off because that is a lot of goodness to try to miss the table. Because if that didn't land on the table and a J would land on the table, we would be talking about Willow's spinal cord because one of them wasn't gonna make it. That's a hey Willow. I don't know if you see this, but hey
girl.
right. And yeah, optimism is amazing. I just really want to say that.
I am about to.
Yeah, you got to head out. But
I was about to also send it to you on Twitter, so you can look at it real quick before we get off.
Yeah, I'm about to check it out right now.
I just sent it to you.
All right, hold on. Yeah. I think I heard about this was last week's Rampage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know her back is probably killing her, but that looks like she ain't hit her head. She did not hit her head. It looked like it, but she braced for herself. So that I'm hoping her back is okay. Somebody should be rubbing you down, Anna.
Yes.
I would do it, but I'm afraid that you would choke me out.
No one wants to be choked out by the Queen Slayer.
Yeah. Man, I swear that was I don't know what it was, but when Anna Jay started choking people out, it warms my heart. Like I feel
she hasn't been choking out random people though. So
I know, and I've been missing it. I've been looking at him and I just want her to get a grab the cameraman and you come here. That is, I swear, it warms my heart to see that Anna Jay, that gimmick was amazing. And you jump through your gimmicks like how Chris Jericho has been jumping through his gimmicks. So you are learning, and that is freaking phenomenal. Shout out to Anna Jay ass. You are awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to Willow Nightingale. You are awesome. Shout out to Jay. You are awesome.
My queen, the number one champion in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that 50.
Let's get it. Oh, shout out to AEW for having my boys Kip and Brian Cage have more TV time. Now, if we can get Lance, Murderhawk, Lance Archer to have some more TV time, I would be completely satisfied.
Oh, did you watch Brian Cage's match against Willie Mack?
No, I'm going to
on
watch
YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Watch it. Really, really good match. Really good. And I believe they're wrestling tonight on Rampage as well.
Oh wow. I'm gonna try to catch that tonight. But yeah,
I don't think there's anything really else to talk about.
Nah, there's not.
Next week on our Royal Rumble prediction show, our boy Chris will be back with the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Came back together. So be on the lookout for that. Also, check out his Twitch. I believe I'm going to be trying to start a Twitch pretty soon.
Yeah, and I'm going to hop back on it too.
I'm going to be playing the Naruto series first.
Okay. All right, so you're going to be doing Naruto.
Mm-hmm. Naruto.
Naruto. Now, what is it? I will be doing some NBA 2K. Right now, I still just got the PS4, so I just can't be doing all the super stuff that I be wanting to do. But once this PS5 get in here, my shit is gonna be back. And I got some stuff on my live stream too. So we'll be doing a little bit of games. We're gonna be doing a little bit of music. We're gonna be doing a little bit of everything. And honestly, if I can get a couple of y'all on here to actually do some arguing with some wrestling stuff, that'll also be cool. When well, I'm gonna start adding Chris's stuff down at the bottom so y'all can see it. But when we also get our stuff up, we'll let you know.
Yes, we will.
All right. But that is another episode in the books, people. Nobody said that they love you. Your boy loves you. Nobody
and
said
today only. I love you guys too.
Oh, that is a lot coming from this guy because he hates everybody. But so yeah, we love you. I get to say that now and just feel completely like it's real. If nobody told you that they love you today, we love you. If nobody said that you are awesome, you are listening, you are here on God's green earth, you are doing your life, that makes you awesome. And if nobody said that, hey, all this pain is a little bit temporary, it ain't lasting forever, believe me, don't nothing last forever, even the pain. So all you need to do is continue doing what it is that you love, and that is watching, participating, talking, playing 2K22 and 2K23 when it comes out, and Fight Forever when it comes out. I'm so excited about all of that. Yeah, y'all do all that has all that wrestling shit going on. You know what I'm saying? But until next time, peace. Love y'all. And we out.